Hi everybody, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and a very good morning to all of you for IB and also for RN. How are you today? I really hope that you are fine and still be motivated to continue our PDPR class. Okay, so far, how was the last lesson? Okay, the last lesson I have asked you to do writing part, which is you have to write the formal email of application, right? Okay, so I hope that you can do it. If you have any question, you just can ask me. Okay, for IB, if you have finished, you just submit your email via the link that I have given to you in your WhatsApp group. Okay, so that is for our previous lesson. Okay, so for today, we are going to go or we are going to learn the new unit, okay, which is Unit 4. Okay, Unit 4 being a teen. Okay, so the topic for today is the question and answer for education, and we are going to cover the skill of reading, which is on page 52 and 53. Okay, so before we start, okay, to do the reading part on page 52, okay, I want you to have a look a little bit on the introduction of Unit 4, okay, which is on page 51. Okay, so this is if you refer to your textbook, okay, this is what you are going to have on page 51. Okay, so they are the part where some dialogue there. There are a few dialogues there, and there is a part of discussion part. Okay, some question that you have, you can discuss or you can give some opinion about it. Okay, and then of course you can see that there's a picture of beautiful girls there. There are three beautiful girls there. Okay, so if you see the picture of these three beautiful girls, okay, they look so happy. Okay, they are smiling, they are laughing, and they are what are they doing? Actually, they are taking the picture. Okay, so these three girls, okay, is actually what we consider as a teen. Okay, teen means remaja. So teen is like you. Okay, golongan remaja. Okay, so for this unit, okay, we are going to discuss or learn a little bit what being a teen is about. Okay, so before we go to the next skill, the first skill, which is reading skill. Okay, let's look at on the what we call as the dialogue there. Okay, so there's a dialogue. Okay, you can read the dialogue there. It's amazing how quickly teenagers learn how to drive, yet are unable to use a lawnmower, vacuum cleaner, or washing machine. Okay. So I repeat again, it's amazing how quickly teenagers learn how to drive, yet are unable to use a lawnmower, vacuum cleaner, or washing machine. Okay, and the next one you can see teenagers conveniently behave as children and expected to be treated as grown up. Okay, my room is not a mess, it's work for art. Teenagers don't know what age is. Adults forget what youth was. For teenagers, the words yes and no are complete sentences. Okay, so this is actually some of the opinion about what is teenagers is. Okay, so the first you can see that they are really into getting the driving license, but at the same time they still unable to use the lawn mower, the vacuum cleaner, or washing machine. We need to say that they are very obsessed with taking to get the driving lesson, but at the same time they are not still mastering doing all the house chores or all the homework. Okay, housework. Okay, that is the first opinion about teenagers. And the second one you can see that conveniently behave as teenage children and expect to be treated as grown up. Meaning to say, okay, teenagers, okay, they want to uh, uh, behave like an adult. For example, in terms of their how they wear, what they what the action that they do, they want to do it like adult, but at the same time they want to be treated as grown up. Okay, they want to behave like children. Okay, they behave like children, but they want to be treated as grown up. Okay, perbuatan mereka masih macam anak-anak lah, tapi mereka mahu dilayan seperti orang dewasa. That is teenager. Okay, and you can see that my room is not a mess. It's a work of art. So this is, I think, every teenagers that usually you face. Okay, when you are at home, you have your own bedroom. So your parents, especially your mom, when they go inside your bedroom, they will see they will ask you to tidy up the room, and they say that it looks so messy. But for them, or for teenagers, okay, this messy, what the adult call it as messy, okay, they consider it as an art. Okay, satu seni. Bagi remaja, bilik yang bersepak adalah satu seni. That is the different way of thinking between adult and teenagers. Okay, and you can see that teenagers don't know what age is. Adult forget what youth was. Okay, so here we can see that the different perception of, or how teenagers and adult think, how they think, how they see about the world. Okay, and for teenagers, the words yes and no are complete sentences. Okay, so bagi remaja, yes and no, okay, adalah satu ayat penuh. So meaning to say they don't like to be babbling, okay, by the parents, by the teachers. For them, everything that you want to tell to them, it needs to be very simple, very direct. Okay, so that is what it's mean by yes and no are complete sentences. Okay, so is it right? Do you think all the opinions about the teenagers that in the dialogue that are right? Okay, so what's your opinion? Okay, so let's go to the discussion part. There are a few questions that you need to think about. Okay, the first one, what's typical teenager like in your country? Okay, so in your country, so of course we are in Malaysia, so you have to give opinion about how the teenagers in our country is look like. Okay, macam mana remaja di negara kita, apa minat mereka, apa yang mereka selalu buat. Okay, that is that kind of things lah. You have to give some explanation and give some opinion. We don't have any right or wrong answer, so this part is just a discussion where you give your own opinion. Okay, the second one, do you think it's hard being a teenager? Okay, how about you? Okay, do you think it's hard for you to be a teenager? Okay, so if you say yes, it's hard for me to be a teenager, you give some reason. Or if you say no, so you give some reason too. Okay, and the last one, read the statement on the right. Why do you think they are trying to say? Do you agree with them? Okay, this one what I have explained just now about the dialogue there. So you give some opinion about that. Do you agree with that opinion about teenagers? Okay, so there is some what we call as a little introduction, a few introduction, some introduction about your new unit 4, being a teen. Okay, so now we move to the next one. Okay, so this is where what we are going to do today. Okay, we are going to cover the skill of reading. Okay, so basically I want you to always remember that for your for Form 4 and Form 5, you have to remember our new syllabus. You are going to need to cover and master 4 skills in English. Okay, you have reading, writing, listening, and speaking. Okay, so we are doing reading for today. Okay, let's go to the instruction for A first. Okay, for A is again the discussion, meaning to say you have to think about the question and write the answer based on your opinion. It does not have, we don't have any right or wrong answer there. Okay, so the first one for discussion part, do you think teenagers in your country get a good education? Okay, what's your opinion? Do you think teenagers in your country get a good education? So, because our topic for today is based on the education, teenagers and education, so you have to give, for this discussion part, you need to give some opinion about education on teenagers. Okay, do you think you as a teenager get a good education? Okay, so that is the first one. The second one, what would you like to learn more about at school? What would you like to learn more about at school? Okay, so all the teenagers, okay, most of the teenagers in Malaysia, they already get the education. Okay, you go to the primary school first, you go to the kindergarten, and then you go to the primary school, and then secondary, and of course after that you are going to further your study at university and so forth lah. Okay, so we are talking about you are getting education in secondary school right now. So when you go to the school, what are the part of learning that you want to get more from the school? Okay, besides you are learning the subject, like all the important subject like mathematics, English, Bahasa Malaysia, history and so forth. Okay, what are other things that you want to be learned when you are at school? Okay, you give some opinion about that. Okay, so I hope you are clear with A. Alright, now we go to B. Okay, I read the instruction first for you. Look at the question 1 to 4. There are a question there 1 to 4. Do you know or can you guess the answer? Okay, and C, read the text and match the question 1 to 4 with the answer A to D. Okay, I repeat for B and C. Look at the question 1 to 4. Okay, do you know or you can guess the answer? Okay, that is for B. Okay, meaning to say you can see on your left side there is a number 1, 2, 3 and 4 there. Okay, so you have to think about, okay, do you know the answer for each question there? Okay, this part is just need you to answer it verbally. No need to copy or write the answer lah. You read, you baca, lepas tu you fikir, adakah you tahu, agak-agak you tahu tak jawapannya untuk question 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay, okay, and for C, read the text and match the question 1 to 4 with the answer A to D. Okay, so you can see here, okay, you got the blank circle for 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay, so there is a blank circle beside each number there. So the blank circle there, you have to fill in the blanks. Okay, fill it with the answer, whether it is A, B, C or D. Okay, so you have to read every information, okay, on A, B, C and D there, and try to match it with the question number 1, number 2, number 3 and also number 4. Okay, are you clear? Okay, so after this, I will play the audio so that you can read together with the speaker about the article of question and answer education. Okay, so this is actually the part where you can practice your pronunciation too. Okay, so be ready. I will play the audio for the article question and answer education. Okay.
Module 4. Being a teen. 4A. Read. C. Read the text and match the questions 1 to 4 with the answers A to D. Q&A. Education. 1.
Is it true that we use only 10% of our brains? Adrian Lewis, Newcastle.
2. I'm thinking of homeschooling my children in the future. Is it a good idea? Trisha Wright, Mitcham. 3.
I read that by the year 2100, computers will have replaced teachers. Is that true? Phil Taylor, Stoke-on-Trent.
4. My cousin keeps telling me that Einstein failed at school. Is he right? Rebecca Rose, Leicester. A. This is very unlikely. Teachers are more than just machines that provide learners with information and correct exercises. They show students how to use information, help them with their individual needs and questions, as well as notice if someone is experiencing problems. Computers cannot provide this human and emotional side to learning. Also, students get distracted easily, so if the teacher wasn't there to get them to pay attention, who would? Learners might just remain in front of the screen without getting any work done. However, it is true that as time goes by, we will see more and more learning taking place on computers and teachers will work alongside them. B. This is a popular belief, especially by those who are trying to prove the existence of psychic powers such as telepathy. They say that as we use only 10% of our brains, we will be capable of incredible things when we actually start using 100%. People probably got this wrong idea from scientific discoveries in the late 19th century that showed that only 10% of our brain is working actively at any one time. However, this does not mean that the remaining 90% is unused. We use every part of our brain, but at different times and in different amounts. The way we use our brain is similar to the way we use different muscles in our body. We do not use every single muscle all at once. C. No, it's a myth. In fact, he was a very good student. It's true that he failed a university entrance exam when he was 16. However, this was because his education had focused more on science and maths, and his knowledge of other subjects wasn't as strong. He failed the non-science part of the exam, but the following year he passed, although he was a year younger than his fellow students. Nobody knows why this myth exists, but it could be because in his final year his school reversed their marking system. The highest mark used to be 1, but it became 6. So people looking back over his marks probably thought Einstein had failed with so many 1s. The fact is that Einstein was an outstanding physicist and mathematician, so there's no point in using him as an excuse for not doing your homework. D. Well, some people believe so, but others don't. In the UK and USA, a lot of children are educated at home every year. But it is still illegal in certain countries, as many believe that it's got a lot of disadvantages. For instance, homeschooled children don't have the opportunity to interact with other children. Supporters of homeschooling say that their children don't actually miss out on anything, as they spend time with their siblings and also take part in different social events where they interact with people of all ages. Homeschool children are able to work at their own speed and receive more attention than in the classroom. However, homeschooling is not easy on the parents, as it means that either the father or the mother can't work full-time, which can create financial difficulties for many families. It also requires a lot of organization, time and planning by the parent who teaches their child. So in the end, it's up to you.
Okay, so I really hope that you can read and try to understand, okay, the text. Okay, so you have 4 questions there. Is it true that we use only 10% of our brains? Okay, is it true that we use only 10% of our brains? Okay, adakah betul kita hanya menggunakan 10% daripada kita punya brains lah, otak kita. Okay, so the answer you should choose there. And then number 2 is talking about, I'm thinking of homeschooling my children in the future. Is it good idea? Okay, about homeschooling. Okay, there's a part where they are talking about, the article talk about homeschooling. Okay, maksudnya belajar dari rumah. Okay, and then number 3, I read that by the year 2100, computer will have replaced teacher. Is that true? Okay. There is also a part where they are talking about computers will be a teacher. Okay, you don't have any real teacher. After this, there's only a robot. Okay, that will teach you. Okay, and then number 4, the last one. My cousin keeps telling me that Einstein failed at school. Is he right? Okay, so number 4, there's a part of the paragraph where they are talking about Einstein being failed. Okay, in exam. So is it right? Okay, you have to find the answer there in the article. Okay, so I hope you can understand it. I won't explain deeply inside about the paragraph there. Okay, you try to read and try to understand it. If you still don't understand, you can ask me. Okay, so that is for C. Okay, next we move to D. Okay, D is on page 53. Okay, the instruction is read the text again and write T for true or F for false. So again, this is the true and false question. Okay, very simple. You read the sentence or statement from number 1 until number 9, and then you have to compare the statement with the article on page 52 and decide whether it is true statement or false statement. If it is true, you write T. If it is false, you write F. Okay, so that is D. Okay, for E, complete the sentences with the correct form of the words in brackets. All the missing words are in the text. Okay, so you can see that, okay, the answers has been given in the bracket for each question there. Okay, it's just that you have to change the form of the word. Okay, the class word, you have to change it in according to the sentence. What is the suitable word class for that word? Okay, so for example, number 1, okay, the root word there is given is exist. So do you need to change it into verb or into noun or into what, adjective? Okay, so you read the sentence and you try to modify the word given there. Okay, so that is suitable to the sentence. Okay, so that is for E. Okay, and the last one we have F. Again, discussion part. Okay, meaning to say you have to give your own opinion. Okay, did you learn anything new from reading this text? Okay, do you learn anything new? Adakah kamu pelajari sesuatu yang baru? Okay, based on this article. And the next question, the last question, what question would you ask a Q&A page about education? Okay, so you have the given Q&A in the article, but it asks you to create another question, one question. If you have the opportunity to ask one question to the QA education, what is the question is? Okay, so you create the question, but the question must related to the education and related to the teens, of course. Okay, so I think that's all for today. I really hope that you understand and you try to do it. Okay, if you have any question, you can ask me. For IB, if you have finished, you just click the link on your name that I have given and posted in your WhatsApp group. Okay, so you just submit there. Okay, no need to capture the picture and send via my message lah. Okay, you terus masuk dalam you punya Google link. Okay, for IN you still kena hantar via my WhatsApp group lah, WhatsApp number. Okay. Okay, I think that's all for today. Bye for IB and for IN. Okay, I see you again in the next class. Bye.